deserve a DA that won't have sex with his employees.
I didn't sexual assault anybody.
Who's Anna Rodriguez?
Ask that again, please.
No doubt. Hugging, kissing.
To have inappropriate contact because we deserve better. I certainly will not be choosing people to date that work under me.
Ladies and gentlemen, DA Fani Willis is back again having a full-blown crash out. This lady cannot keep her emotions under control. I don't know what the heck is wrong with her, but the Georgia Senate Committee is having a hearing where they're intending to ask her basic questions about why she was banging a married man and using money that was approved for infrastructure projects to pay him. And then he turns around and takes her on trips so he could bang her some more all across the globe. And then she claims to pay him back via cash, something that we obviously cannot prove, but is obviously also untrue.
And they hired him for almost $1 million because of his great experience. Of course, he didn't have any experience. He had experience in something else. You know that. A lot of experience.
Now, she is crashing out because she can't handle basic questions. It seems to me like she just loves to bully other people, but she doesn't like it when it happens back to her. So she can't just sit there and just say, yes, no, I don't remember, even just play coy, even be, show a monicum of restraint and decorum and professionalism. Instead, she shows arrogance and venom and evil and just having the most pride in being led by ego. All the opposite. These are all things you don't want to see from powerful people. Like, would you really want to have your case prosecuted by a woman who acts like this? I know I wouldn't, but guys, let me go ahead and react to this. It's a lot, so obviously I can't react to all of it, but she had a bunch of meltdowns as far as I could see all throughout this hearing today. Let's get into this. By the way, guys, there's a new feature on YouTube where you can hype videos, so be sure to like the video, hype the video. It helps out a lot. Appreciate you.
There was conversation around what she referred to as block billing. How would you describe block billing?
Oh, let's talk about Miss Merchant.
Let's just talk about block billing, please.
We're not.
You've opened it now.
I've opened the question to block billing.
The credibility of whoever's saying it is an issue.
Well, then let's just.
So I'd like to talk about what this committee did the last time we were here, and for the press, I will have 50 copies of this so each person can get a copy. You all, the last time y'all had a committee meeting, you all purported this lie that I had the honor of meeting Vice President Kamala Harris.
The question's
Me?
about block
No, I'm
billing,
going to
Madam
answer
DA.
this question right now. And when you stated that, you stated that it was me and it was Mayor Dickens. And then you put this exhibit up for the entire world to see. How disingenuous, how lacking of integrity for Ms. Merchant as an attorney to put it up, and for Cowsert, who I noticed is cowardly not here, to have it here. This clearly says, I'm at a Black History Month project. Almost every important Black elected official across the country was invited to it. I'm on the lawn with a cocktail, and yet y'all tell the world I was sitting down with the vice president having a meeting. It was a damn lie. And this is the evidence of it. And y'all had the audacity to put it up on a screen as if you were showing something other than the DA was having a cocktail on the lawn. I have never even had the honor of meeting Vice President Kamala Harris. Never.
How would you define block billing?
Okay, we go from let's talk about block billing to you mother effers lied, you're so cowardly. I can't even, this is like just the beginning. You guys know that? This is like just the start. It's like, man, imagine having any type of argument with this person, because you know that she just lies literally for a living. That's what like majority of attorneys do, especially prosecutors. So this woman lies for a living. She probably lies to everybody. She probably lies to her kids, or her husband that divorced her, Nathan Wade. That's probably why they can't get along, is because she's just such a toxic person. But then you get mad at something where somebody could mistakenly say, well, you and Kamala Harris were in the same place at the same party. It's reasonable to think that maybe y'all had met or talked or something. But then you make this big old deal about it instead of answering the freaking question. This is just crazy.
Somebody who didn't know what the hell they were talking about.
When I refer you to the screen.
Can we control some language? Like, what is this? Is okay. Let's keep going. Keep it rolling.
I don't review those documents, so you're asking me to look at documents that I haven't for the first time. What I can tell you is that I
I'll give
only
you time to
allowed
review
Mr.
the
Wade to
documents.
bill 160 hours a week, and then Mr. Wade would be the first one in the office making sure that my staff arrived. He corrected their behavior. They thought that 8:30 meant 8:30. He taught them that 8:30 means 7:45. He got there before them. He left after him. He taught them how to do this case.
Look, it sounded to me like Nathan was effing her good because she's straight up coming to his defense. Y'all hear this? Oh my God.
The one on the left is from the Cross firm, which refers to Anna Cross that we referenced earlier. The one on the right is invoice number 11 from Nathan Wade. And the first thing that
Let me tell you why this is such a damn
the
joke.
first thing that jumps out to me as a non-lawyer, but as someone who has paid lawyer bills before, and I believe this gets to the question, the question which was around block billing.
You know, old men have to go to the bathroom about every hour.
Governor, would you like a 5-minute recess?
Look, this 5-minute recess is probably to get her to calm the F down, but I don't think it's going to work. Like this woman, the only thing that could probably tame this woman is a freaking jail cell.
And just to clarify, I want to make sure that I have the record correct here. You're unaware of who Mr. Wade.
I can't
and the
recall
others
those
met
levels of
with.
details. I know you want to take me back to 1948, where an African-American prosecutor can only prosecute certain types of people, but I prosecute and stand up for all victims that come into my circuit.
This lady is wild.
When was the special
Wild.
purpose grand jury impaneled?
I don't remember the date, but that's an interesting point. 2 grand juries said these people did these crimes.
The date that I
Like,
have.
the grand jury
let's pause for a second here. Now, let's listen to these 2 individuals. Who do you think sounds like the biased one? Hell, who do you think sounds like the racist one? The guy asking basic questions, no tonality. He's literally ignoring all of the crazy, stupid things that she's saying, but she just keeps just going and going. Like the body language is off. She's like moving her neck and like the hands, and I mean it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. It's like, how much more disrespectful and rude can you get? It's like it's a contest. It's like she's trying to one up herself.
I've testified. I don't recall anything about this,
Okay.
and I don't see how it's relevant to what your alleged purpose is. Now, your real purpose is to try to get elected, which I would say, Georgia, please, let's elect any lieutenant governor but this one.
We'll get to your work trying to elect lieutenant governors in a second, Madam DA, but for now we're talking about the
I've done no
travel
work with
to
an
DC.
elected governor, but if I will do some work with this, also to divide this country, and it should be noted that there
we're
were
gonna move on to the
many
next
great,
question.
honorable Republicans that brought this case to me because they knew what happened was wrong. One of them is Duncan, who's now running for governor.
So you have your endorsement.
I didn't endorse him.
Wait just a minute. Don't answer that question.
So
But I do think it should be noted that although you are trying to divide this country, that this country is not divided. Most people in this country are trying to do the right thing every day as they get up for work.
President Trump did indeed announce that he was running for president. As you can see on the date there, November 15th, 2022. And then the very next day, and we've referenced this a second ago, but we're going to go back to it.
This helps you develop legislation. How?
The very next day, there was a conversation between Mr. Wade. I'm sorry, there was an 8-hour, was described here as an interview with D.C. and the White House.
Interview with who?
It reads interview D.C./White House. It's on the screen.
Ask and answer. They said that they had.
No, I'm laying a foundation here, Governor.
Don't answer yet. Let me listen to the question.
On November 18th, the very same day as this 8-hour phone call with the White House, U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland appointed Special Counsel Jack Smith. And around that same period of time, some news reports say the same day, but we know within 2 weeks of that time, Matthew Colangelo, who is the former 3rd highest ranking official at DOJ, tendered his resignation to take a position in the Manhattan prosecutor's office, which would go on to also indict President Trump.
He committed crimes a lot of places. And you know,
So
you all
on November-
want to, no,
on
this
November-
is very important.
November
You all want to intimidate people from doing the right thing, and you think that you're going to intimidate me. You all have been trying to intimidate me for 5 years, which is why I have not been able to live in my house for 5 years, because the N-word has been written on my house. Thousands of threats have come to my office, and instead of doing some legislation,
Madam
when
Chair, we
someone,
just
no,
tried to get
when
you here
someone
to
says
testify
something
before the committee.
inflammatory that you know is going to cause them to be the victims of crime, you ought to do something about it. But you see, I'm not Marjorie Taylor Greene. I ain't gonna quit in a month because somebody threatens me. I took an oath to do the right thing. People came into my community and committed a crime, and I indicted them. And rest assured, if someone else comes in my community and commits a crime, I will indict them again.
How many of the electors, there were 16 electors here in the Capitol that cast votes for President Trump, is that correct?
I object. They were not electors.
There were
You
six.
talking about the fake electors that y'all sat in a hearing and listened to, many of y'all?
In this same room?
I was not in the room, but I'm referencing there were 16 electors who took part in that meeting. Is that your understanding?
Why are you not offended that people came before you and lied?
Were there 16
I
electors?
I don't remember.
Okay. How many did you indict?
What does this have to do with you developing legislation? Because this is not relevant, so I'm going to object relevance.
Guys, this woman is bonkers. This was just a sliver, a little tiny bit of what she had to say. Man, I hope I never have any children who ever act like this, just grow up and act like this. Some people in my family. I mean, there's plenty of successful people in my family, and we all have some level of humbleness. I mean, we could think that we're smart, but we're not going to treat people mean and evil and just throw out accusations. This lady is a nutcase and ego-driven, full of pride, and man, her comeuppance is definitely coming. That's why she got kicked off the case. You can just tell that all of this is just a bunch of insecurity. Like every type of weakness and issue that people don't want to have, that they need to go to therapy and resolve, Fani Willis needs to go to therapy to resolve. Like getting banged by Nathan Wade obviously isn't cutting it for her. I'd hate to see how she was if she wasn't getting any, because you know that two of them still mess around. So if this is her when she is getting some, I'd hate to imagine what her life would be like if she just wasn't getting broken off by nobody, because this lady just is coming across as just pure, unadulterated pride and ego and hubris and anger and just frustration and racism. Like she really just apparently just hate white people a lot if they, I guess she feel like, don't support whatever she's doing. But of course she's cool with this one white man because he's, basically trying to, kiss her feet and kiss her ass. But when it comes to everybody else, then she just wants to talk over them, literally yell into the microphone as if she's not loud enough. I'm pretty sure he could probably hear you. They're right in front of each other, so I'm sure that this dude can probably hear you without you yelling into the microphone. Alas, she specifically chooses to go from a relaxed position to go all up in the microphone so that she can basically yell at this man with intent. So it's not like it's unintentional. She's intentionally being a complete asshole, and I don't think I really understand what her intent is. Like, I understand her intent is to be rude, but is her intent to actually come out better from the situation? Because it don't look good when you're acting this way. How are you even going to get people to support your side? Maybe you could have more allies if people just liked you. But if people don't like you because of your crazy attitude, then you're putting yourself in a position where you're going to look like you're the enemy, like you're the adversary. There's a good guy and a bad guy, and you're coming across as the bad guy who is getting offended by this guy's very calm and collected and strategic line of questioning, and your actions are not coming across as calm, collected, or certainly not strategic whatsoever. It's nobody's fault that you got caught red-handed, literally with your pants down, banging your top prosecutor and get thrown off the case. That was all you're doing. Sleeping with a married man, banging your prosecutor, so many things that were wrong. This was all you're doing. Nobody made you make this mistake. Like, this is not the white men being against you. This is you screwed up. Like, hold yourself accountable. She said, hey, I don't regret anything. I didn't do anything wrong. That's her thought process. And because you thought that, that's why you don't have the case. That's why you're dealing with all of this stuff now. That's why people are writing the N-word on your house and all of this other stuff that you're bitching about at this point. It's all happening because of the actions that you took. You chose to try to adversarially and unjustly prosecute Michael Roman, President Trump, and 19 other people. You chose to be banging a married man who you ended up being your top prosecutor and using all the taxpayer money at the time. I lived in Fulton County, my money, to pay this man and have him take you on trips so he could just bang you all across the globe. This is all Fani Willis's fault for this happening. Nobody did this to her. It's not like she's some victim in this. This is what she did to herself. And instead of be mad at herself for making all these stupid mistakes, she's just lashing out at everybody that she possibly can. And honestly, it comes across as very pathetic and weak-minded of an individual. This doesn't come across as strength. This is coming across as a weak person. But that's just my opinion, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you guys watching the Black Anomaly Rising channel. I'm out. Big shout out to my members, Cybernoodle, 655, Bella Scott, and Carpentier John. Could not do it without you.
Governor, this is
I want to go back to, because this is extremely important and you have the power to do it. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation cannot take rape kits.
For advice on what the legislature
you asked
should do.
Exactly what the resolution said, to take advice on legislation.
And we will get to that time.
Well, you answer the question, she has a right to fully answer.
And if she would answer the question, Governor, I would not be saying it. She's pontificating on everything from rape kits, which was what she was about to get into. The question was the amount of money that came from state funds and county funds. And if she doesn't know the answer to that question, the answer is I don't know. The question isn't let me talk. The answer isn't let me talk about rape kits.